Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of automotive legends and modern marvels. Today I'm beyond excited to bring you an in-depth review of the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner, a car that's making waves by reviving one of the most iconic muscle cars from the late 60s and 70s with a fresh, powerful twist for the modern era. If you're a fan of raw American muscle, retro vibes mixed with cutting-edge tech, or just love the thrill of a high-performance ride, this one's for you. Plymouth, under the Stellantis umbrella, has brought back the Roadrunner nameplate after decades. And it's not just a nostalgia play, it's a beast designed to compete in today's pony car market. We'll cover everything from its striking looks to how it handles on the road, what it'll cost you, and whether it's worth adding to your garage. So buckle up, hit that like button if you're as pumped as I am. Subscribe for more reviews, and let's jump right in, starting with the exterior. This 2026 Roadrunner pays homage to its classic roots while incorporating sleek, contemporary elements that make it stand out on the street or at the track. Let's begin at the front end, where the aggression hits you immediately. The grille is massive and bold, featuring a blacked-out hexagonal design with the classic Roadrunner emblem smack in the center, flanked by sharp twin-square LED headlights that give it a predatory stare. These lights aren't just for show, they're adaptive, adjusting to oncoming traffic and road conditions for better visibility at night. Above that, there's a functional power dome hood with a prominent scoop that channels air directly to the engine bay, helping with cooling during those high-rev runs. The bumper is sculpted with integrated air intakes and fog lights, and you can opt for carbon fiber accents on higher trims to shave off some weight and add that premium feel. Overall, the front fascia screams muscle car heritage but with aerodynamic refinements that reduce drag, making it more efficient than its ancestors without losing that intimidating presence. Walking around to the side profile, the 2026 Roadrunner keeps that long hood, short deck proportions that define the original, but it's been stretched a bit for better stability, measuring about 198 inches in length with a wheelbase of 116 inches. The lines are muscular and flowing, with pronounced fender flares that house massive 20-inch alloy wheels standard, or upgrade to 22-inch forged rims for that extra grip. You'll notice the retro-inspired side stripes running from the front fender to the rear, available in classic colors like bright orange or black, and the doors have a subtle crease that adds depth to the body. The roofline slopes gently toward the back, giving it a fastback vibe, and there are functional side vents behind the front wheels to expel hot air from the brakes. Ground clearance is low at about 5 inches for that planted feel, but it's adjustable on performance models with air suspension. The side mirrors are slim and aerodynamic, with integrated turn signals and blind spot cameras. It's a profile that turns heads, blending 70s flair with modern aerodynamics for a drag coefficient of around 0.32, which is impressive for a muscle car. Now, circling to the back, the rear end is where the Roadrunner really flexes its muscle heritage. Dual quad exhaust tips poke out from the diffuser-style bumper, promising that deep V8 rumble we'll talk about later. The taillights are full-width LED strips that wrap around the edges, inspired by the original simple design but updated with sequential turn signals for a cool lighting effect. There's a subtle trunk lid spoiler standard, or go for the larger adjustable wing on the GT trim for downforce during high-speed runs. The rear fascia includes air outlets for brake cooling, and the Plymouth badge sits proudly above the license plate recess. Badging like Hemi or Supercharged lets everyone know what's under the hood. In terms of colors, you have options like classic plum crazy purple, Hemi orange, or modern hues like stealth gray, with matte finishes available. Built on a lightweight platform shared with Dodge siblings, the body uses high-strength steel and aluminum to keep weight around 4,000 pounds, balancing durability with agility. Moving inside, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner's interior is a perfect fusion of retro nostalgia and high-tech luxury, creating a cockpit that's both driver-focused and comfortable for long hauls. Slide into the cabin, and you're greeted by bolstered sports seats wrapped in premium leather or Alcantara, with heating, ventilation, and massage functions on top trims perfect for those cross-country drives. The front seats are power adjustable in 12 ways, including lumbar support, and there's plenty of headroom and legroom even for taller folks, thanks to the spacious 2+2 layout. The rear seats are more for occasional use, folding down for extra cargo space, but they can fit adults in a pinch with about 35 inches of legroom. The dashboard is dominated by a massive 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that's fully customizable. showing everything from speed and revs to navigation and performance metrics like G-forces or lap times. Right next to is a 14-inch touchscreen infotainment system running the latest Uconnect software, with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and built-in Amazon Alexa for voice commands. Audio comes from a Harman Kardon system with 19 speakers and a subwoofer, delivering crystal-clear sound whether you're blasting rock classics or podcasts. Materials feel upscale soft-touch plastics, carbon fiber trim, and aluminum accents with retro touches like the pistol grip shifter and embroidered Roadrunner logos on the headrests. The steering wheel is thick and leather-wrapped, with paddle shifters for the automatic transmission and buttons for cruise control and audio. Storage is thoughtful, with a deep center console, door pockets, and a wireless charging pad. Safety tech is loaded, including adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, a 360-degree camera, and blind spot monitoring. For night drives, ambient lighting in customizable colors sets the mood, and the panoramic sunroof on higher trims lets in natural light. Cargo space is decent at 16 cubic feet in the trunk, expandable with the split folding rear seats. Overall, it's an interior that respects the Roadrunner's no-frills origins but elevates it to compete with luxury sports cars, making every drive feel special. When it comes to performance, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner lives up to its legendary name by delivering heart-pounding power and handling that blends old-school muscle with new-school precision. At the heart of it all is a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 engine, pumping out over 700 horsepower and 650 pounds-ft of torque. Think Hellcat levels of insanity, but tuned for the Roadrunner's unique character. This beast is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission that's smooth in daily driving but lightning quick in sport mode, with manual override via paddles. Rear-wheel drive is standard for that classic burnout potential, but all-wheel drive is available for better traction in wet conditions or launches. Acceleration is blistering 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds, with a quarter-mile time around 12 seconds flat. Top speed is electronically limited to 180 miles per hour, but rumors suggest it can push past 200 with the limiter removed. Handling has been sharpened with an independent rear suspension, adaptive dampers, and Brembo brakes, 6-piston fronts and 4-piston rears for confident stops from high speeds. Drive modes include comfort for relaxed cruising, sport for tighter steering and throttle response, and track for maximum performance with launch control. Fuel economy isn't its strong suit at about 15 mpg city and 24 highway, but that's the trade-off for this level of power. On the road, it feels planted and responsive, with minimal body roll in corners thanks to a low center of gravity and wide stance. Off the line, the torque hits like a freight train, and the exhaust note is a symphony of roars and pops, enhanced by active valves for quiet mode when needed. Whether you're carving canyons or dominating the drag strip, this Roadrunner delivers thrills that honor its heritage while incorporating modern refinements, like torque vectoring and stability control. Now, let's talk pricing, because owning a piece of revived muscle car history doesn't come cheap, but it's positioned to be accessible for enthusiasts. The base model 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner starts at around $45,000, which gets you the core V8 power, standard features like the digital cluster, LED lights, and 20-inch wheels. Stepping up to the mid-tier RT trim adds about $10,000, bringing in performance upgrades like the adaptive suspension, larger brakes, and premium audio, plus aesthetic tweaks like the side stripes and spoiler. For the top-of-the-line GT or supercharged variant, you're looking at $65,000 to $70,000, which includes the full 700-plus HP setup, all-wheel drive option, carbon fiber elements, and luxury add-ons like the panoramic roof and massaging seats. Factor in options like custom paint, upgraded wheels, or a performance exhaust, and you could push it to $80,000 compared to rivals like the Dodge Challenger or Ford Mustang. It's competitively priced, offering more heritage appeal at similar costs. Availability starts in early 2026 with limited production runs, so expect dealer markups on early units pre-order if you can to lock in the MSRP. Financing options through Stellantis should be available. And incentives like EV tax credits don't apply here since it's gas-powered, but look for rebates on performance parts. If you're considering the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner, my suggestions would be to first think about your driving style if you crave that raw, unfiltered muscle car experience with